Hey, what's up guys? Edison here. I know I haven't made a video in around a month, so I want to apologize for that. I just got busy with school and kind of volunteering and working, and I didn't really have a topic to do a video on. I was waiting on my CGC bulk return that I sent out a month ago that had delays because some of the cards weren't in their registry yet, so they had to add them. So yeah, that finally got back to me, and now I finally have something that I do want to discuss on the channel, so I'm making this video, but I just want to say sorry for making you wait so long. So the first topic I wanted to discuss was comparing CGC to PSA, just kind of very loosely compare them. I don't want to get too specific or make any too bold of a claim. The first thing I just want to show is just going to be these Charizards from Champion's Path. So I pulled all of these myself. This one I showed in a video that I was sending to CGC, and then over the next 2 days, I pulled both of these. So the cards that I sent to PSA, they both came back as Gem Mint 10s, we can see here. I mean, I'm happy to get back 10s. I was gonna be really, really sad if I got a 9 like this CGC. But getting these 10s in kind of raised some questions just about the quality of the PSA 10. If we look at the population report for these cards, both of these cards have a majority of their graded versions coming back as 10s. And while I do understand that, some people are meticulous when they send stuff in, that they make sure that it looks good beforehand, it's just jarring to me to see that there's over, I think, 600 VMAXs graded as 10s and over 500 as Charizard Vs as 10s. That seems like a huge portion. Sadly, CGC doesn't have a population report yet, so I'd be curious on what they have for 9s and 10s for their versions, their graded copies. But yeah, just to have so many come back as 10s from PSA, in my opinion, kind of devalues what the PSA 10 is for these cards. And I am curious as well. I pulled both of these cards pack fresh, but obviously one got a 9, one got a 10. And I do think it's kind of stupid to just arbitrarily compare company grades together. So what I'm going to do is put up some high-res scans of both cards on the screen now. I'm also going to link them in the description below if you want to view them yourself. And this is just to see if you can spot any real differences. CGC is saying that this kind of suffered on centering. Centering, in my opinion, isn't that big of an issue with PSA, so I can't really compare that. But they're saying it suffered on surface and edges. At least from what I saw in comparing the skins myself and looking at the cards in person myself, I don't see that huge of a difference between the CGC 9 and the PSA 10. Now, I'm not trying to make a bold claim here, but this might be a card that I do crack out of the CGC case and resubmit to PSA and see what it gets. And on that topic, that is a video I'm working on. I'm waiting for the cards to come back from PSA because I did crack a bunch of slabs to send in for grading. So yeah, we'll wait on that. And my greater point about these is if you're in the market to purchase these, I would wait out. With the amount of cards that are grading as 10s in these, I believe that the market will eventually just become flooded over the next couple of weeks as sellers get them back. And then the next part of the video was kind of shorter. I just wanted to show what cards I've been buying up and what I'm investing in. And the first kind of style of cards is going to be shinies. I've been purchasing a bunch of shinies from, I think this is the Ultra Shiny GX set in Japan. This is what would become the Hidden Fate Shiny Vault. So we have a bunch of Pseudo-Udos. And I've been purchasing them from Japanese card sites if I can find them for $1 or $2 a piece. Because in my mind, this is a no-brainer at this point. Beldum, Melting, Pseudo-Udo. There's a lot of popular cards that got shinies in the set. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I think are really smart investments and purchases. I have a bunch of Shuppets coming in. I think Shuppet's a really popular Pokemon. At least in my opinion, it's one of the cuter ones. Rockruff, I think, is another good one to be picking up just because of the cute factor. And then you obviously have your Charmanders and your Charmeleons, but those are pretty expensive right now. Yeah, if you can find these for a decent price, even locally, people sell the Japanese and English ones pretty cheap on Facebook and eBay. I do think these are a good, safe investment just because, it's a shiny Pokemon card. These are relatively hard to pull in the English and Japanese, considering Hidden Fates is $10 a pack now, considering Ultra Shiny GX boxes are over $150. It almost doesn't make sense that the shiny, one of the chase cards in the set is only $1 a piece. And these are a safe card to buy for their price, and I think these aren't offensive. These can go for a lot of different types of collectors who might be interested in these. So yeah, right off the bat, I think this is this kind of line is going to be good. And once Shiny Star V comes out in February, I think we're going to see a lot more movement on the older shiny versions that came out in the previous sets. The next cards that I've been buying up a lot of are just promo Pikachus, Japan exclusive promo Pikachus. Here is Shibuya Pikachu. This came out last year, I believe. This is one of the most popular cards of the past year. Really nice artwork, really cool stamp right there. This is a really easy and safe card to purchase because this is exclusive artwork. It's for, I think, a Pokemon Center opening. They're not going to reprint these because they don't reprint this type of artwork. Once they do their print run of these, it's done. So if you could purchase these now, and like if we look at historical trends for other Pokemon Center opening Pikachus with such a unique artwork, we always see great appreciations over time as the market dries up and the serious Pikachu collectors come out, Pokemon collectors in general. I think this is a good card to pick up while you can. And the final set of cards that I just wanted to recommend and kind of still shout out that it's a good buy right now is going to be the Munch cards. I have a couple of these. I'm sending some into CGC for grading soon. I have some Psyducks, some Rowlets. I purchased some Eevees that are on their way. This the Rowlet's not that popular, to be honest. It's still on the cheaper end of all of these. And then we have the Psyducks, which has gone up a lot. I think that the Psyduck, the Eevee, and the Pikachu are good buys. The Pikachu has already gone up so much in value. So I think the Psyduck and Eevee are what I would be looking for if you want to buy into this. It's like when we look at it, it's Gen 1 starters. Like not Gen 1 starters, but Pokemon from Generation 1. So there's like the largest fan base out of all of Pokemon for those cards. For those Pokemon in general. And then it has unique artwork released as part of like an exclusive collaboration with the museum. It's like the perfect storm for a card that, a couple years down the line, even a year down the line, people will look back and say, hey, where can I purchase this card? I need this card for my collection. I think this is an art set that is really worth picking up if you find it for a good price. I would say if you can find your Psyducks for less than $50 in good condition, I think it would be a good deal right now. Rowlets, I wouldn't pay more than $40 honestly for these. Eevees, I wouldn't pay more than $60. That's kind of where my price target and what I've been purchasing them from is. So yeah, these are the cards that I've been purchasing. These are some of the cards I'm going to be sending into CGC. And yeah, thanks for watching. Next week, we'll have my CGC bulk submission returned to me. So I'll do a video for that. And then I'm also sending out another bulk sub. So I'll have a video on what cards I'm sending in. You'll see a lot of these cards mixed in with that sub. All right, thanks for watching.